Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Co-op Podcast, episode 198. I'm your host, Richard Billy Jr., and today I'm joined by Mr. Gary A. Swaby. How's it going, Gary?
It's going good, man. I just want to wish a happy birthday to my friend Ramiz. He's a friend of the show, so shouts to him. I know he's listening. So happy birthday.
Yeah, I also like to wish him a happy birthday as well. And if he is listening, I am fully expecting you to be on our Mass Effect Andromeda discussion podcast in the very near future. So we'll see about that. We're also joined by Mr. Tony Polanco. How's it going, Mr. Polanco?
Hey, what's going on, people? It's going pretty good. I'm just a little bit upset right now because I lost an hour's sleep because of these goddamn farmers. I don't understand what's up with this daylight saving shit, bro. Like 2017, we still need this. Come on, man. We got digital clocks now, man. Come on, get up. Just get up an hour earlier, farmers. Stop with this bullshit.
Yo, that completely threw me off today because I thought we still had a whole other hour to before the co-op started. So I didn't even know you, because over here our clocks don't go back till like the end of March. So
oh shit.
Yeah, I mean forward because it goes
the end of March. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, so that threw me off completely.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, maybe they'll get it together, but we'll see about that. And we're also joined by Mr. Carlos Romero. How's it going, Carlos?
Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm good. Barcelona lost today, so I'm just happy right now. How's everyone doing?
Hey, doing excellent. So for those of you who may have a quick question, you may ask where Mr. Max Muller and Mr. Jake James Lugo are. Well, they actually are leaving PAX East now, so they won't be on this week. You know, we are going to do a PAX East podcast. I'm not really quite sure when that's going to happen. It may happen tomorrow night, but we'll be sure to give you an update on that. But yeah, we definitely wish them safe travels back and look forward to a lot of the games that they'll be talking about on that podcast as well as on the site later this week. So obviously, there was a couple of news topics that went down this week. But before we get into any of that, we're going to let you all know what we have been playing, because there is quite a bit of games that are out there now, in case you missed it. So, Carlos, how about you let us know what you've been playing?
I have been playing Horizon Zero Dawn. So far, my game of the year. That game is so amazing. Like, I say that every time I talk about this game. This game is so good. Like, I'm just enthralled by the story. I'm maybe 15 hours in, so I don't know how long I'm far into it because I'm doing a lot of side quests. I've noticed that in the game, I kind of like the grinder in me just wants to do, like, when I get to a new city, I just want to do side quests all the time. I see those green exclamation marks. I'm like, I got to do those first before I go into the main missions. So I'm working with Horizon Zero Dawn right now, and I'm playing Zelda too. Zelda Breath of the Wild. I've been maybe 5-6 hours in the game. But I can't continue with Zelda, man. I gotta finish Horizon Zero Dawn. That's priority number one right now.
Whoa, wait, hold on a second now. Now, I'm pretty sure that Zelda fans are not going to be happy to hear that. What is it about Horizon that makes you feel like, well, I have to finish this, Zelda has to wait?
Well, there's plenty of reasons. So it's a well-made RPG. It's got a great story. The gameplay is amazing. The weapons are amazing. Like, I think obviously I haven't finished Zelda, but almost in every aspect, gameplay, graphics, story, it has RPG elements. So all of those for me are superior to what Zelda is. Zelda might have better puzzles and stuff like that, but Horizon's got it beat on everything for me so far. So I need to beat the better game, at least for what the better game is to me. So yeah, I know that might upset a lot of people because Zelda was getting perfect scores and stuff, but you know that Zelda always gets rated on the curve, man.
Yeah, that's some true shit right there, bro.
Yeah, I have rarely seen a Zelda game get a bad score, so I understand exactly where you're coming from. But that's good. But since you had brought up the fact that you're enjoying Horizon a lot more. Now I have to go to Mr. Tony Polanco because I know that you've also been playing both of these games. So before you let us know what else you've been playing, how about you let us know whether or not you agree or disagree with what Carlos just said?
Oh no, I co-sign everything Carlos just said right now, bro. Every single thing. Like, yeah, man. Like, I don't know. I'm not trying to divert the fucking podcast, right? I can just go off on a whole tangent about why Horizon is just better than Zelda and why Zelda is overrated. You know, I'm just being honest. Zelda's a great game. I'm loving it, but yo, it's overrated. But yeah, man, Horizon. You know how your boy does, man. I got that platinum. You know, I had to do that shit. You know, thankfully, Sony blessed me. I got it like a week earlier, so I was able to finish it just in time for Zelda, right? And coming off Horizon and Zelda, that was a very interesting experience because you basically had the most technologically advanced game of this generation, consoles and shit. And then you go down to Zelda, like 900p, simple graphics, simple PS3 graphics. I'm like, rough, bro. It was rough. No, but you know, I'm still digging Zelda. The only, like, again, I have some issues with it. Like, I feel that, and I know I'm probably gonna get flack for this. I still feel the game is a little bit too difficult. Like initially, like, you know, when you play a Zelda game, you're not going into like to play Dark Souls. You know what I'm saying? Like you're going in there's like, okay, I'm gonna run around, kill some enemies, do some dungeons, fuck up Ganon, I'm done. You know, this shit is totally different. But at the same time, I have to give them props for changing up the formula too. It's not what I was expecting, but I will give them respect for at least changing things up, making things different. Like it has a lot of survival game aspects. I'm not really into survival games like that where you gotta like forage and craft and like, you know, your fucking weapons break. I'm not really into that type of shit, but I know people are. So, you know, it's an interesting game because like, okay, when it comes to Horizon, I was able to like, okay, basically the reviewer in me and the gamer in me were in the same level. You know what I'm saying? We were in full agreement about this game. Where Zelda is different. The gamer in me is saying one thing and the reviewer in me is saying something else. So very interesting. But yeah, I've been playing that and hopefully I'll be able to finish it this week. But if not, I'm going to have to put that shit on hold. Just like I had to put Gravity Rush on hold because fucking Mass Effect is coming out the week after that. It's crazy. I mean, we're going to get it out later on this week, but yo, this is the first time in my life where I had to put games on hold because other games are dropping, you know? It's nuts, man. So yeah, that's what I've been playing, some Zelda and shit. And yeah, playing a game of trying to see how I could work with these Joy-Cons, but I'm losing that game, bro. I'm glad I bought that Pro Controller. Those Joy-Cons,
man, what? I told you, man.
Well, so you guys both do have the Switch though. So far, would you say it's been a very positive experience, or you know, are you still trying to decide whether or not this is a console everybody should pick up?
Listen, man, you know, I'll let Carlos get into it, but I already, you know, on Throwdown in the last episode, I had everybody I was on the show with a Switch, you know, give their thoughts and then give their overall score. Your boy Tony, I gave the lowest score. I gave that shit a 6 out of 10 because, like, even though I understood why everybody was talking about where they gave it a little bit higher scores, talking about the potential of the console. I'm not looking at potential. I'm looking at what we have right now. You know, on fucking whatever fucking date this is. You know, I'm looking at the console on that day and on that day, and I bought this shit. I don't think it's worth it. It's not worth it for one fucking game when you could just wait until like fall when it has like a better game side. We can have Zelda, you can have fucking Mario, hopefully some of those JRPGs we saw at the presentation, then that shit'll be dope. But right now, this instant is not. And then you hear about all these fucking problems with the Switch, all these like manufacturing issues. Like, yo, it's like playing Russian roulette buying this shit, man, for real.
and the scratching with the dock is not a hoax or anything like that.
No,
if you have a dock and you put that Switch in the dock, you feel it. You feel that your Switch like getting pushed into, you know. So
yeah, man.
I bought that screen protector as soon as I could. Yeah, and like Tony, he gave it a 6. I gave it a 6.5. That 0.5 is essentially that potential that I was talking about.
Yeah, see, he's being nice, you know. If I was talking about potential, I'll give it a 6.5 too, but I got to just judge it as what we have right now, bro. Like, I don't know. But yo, every time I have the screen protector, every time I put that shit back in the dock, I'm like, I get scared like a bitch.
Yes,
you know?
I do too, man.
It's
Yeah, and
crazy, bro.
but I gave it 6.5 out of 10. I think I was being nice too, and mostly I gave it a 6.5 because it, like, the screen, it's pretty good. I hate the Joy-Cons. The Joy-Cons I can't play with. The buttons are too small. The right Joy-Con, it has a weird configuration. So they wanted to make it symmetrical, right? So you can take off both Joy-Cons and two people can play with it.
Mhm.
But that just hurt the usability with when they're actually docked into the Switch. So the right Joy-Con, the right thumbstick is below the buttons. So it's just uncomfortable it's not as ergonomic as the controllers. The Pro controller for me is an absolute must.
Yeah, man.
And I have a pipe dream, man. I have a pipe dream that this, and it's so. At first, I was saying I want this to be the successor to the Vita, because I don't know how long the Vita is going to keep going on for.
Yeah.
And and looking at things, it might go on longer than the Switch, but who knows? That's another story. But so the I want this to be the successor to the Vita, and then some stuff was going around earlier that Tony was letting me know. This might be the successor to the PSP, because this thing is already getting hacked.
Yep.
So
motherfuckers already hacking it. So if the Switch, okay, this is just hypothetical right now, but if the Switch does have a long life, it'll be because they got hacked, just like the PSP. Remember, the thing that made the PSP really like profitable or whatever was because motherfuckers bought it to hack it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah, I've heard. I've heard about the hacking. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Nintendo. You know, we are going to get into Nintendo in a little bit here, because there was some news that came out about them this week. But yeah, sounds very interesting. And it looks like okay. Are you okay, Gary? You having some technical issues over there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We hear you now.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. Google Hangouts just kicked me out. And it said something like, Hangouts isn't working with Firefox anymore, so I had to switch over to Chrome.
Well.
Yo, is the show still recording though? We still good?
It says we're still live.
Okay, good. Whew.
Oh yeah, well, I think the fans will let you know if it's not live.
Yeah, that's true.
In chat. Hopefully it is still live.
Yeah, no,
let us know in the chat if it's still okay.
Yeah, the chat looks like it's still good, but yeah, that shit always gets me paranoid, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Freaking Hangouts, man.
All right, Gary. So how about you let us know what you've been playing?
Yeah. So I mean, there's so much to play right now, man. Like, and not enough time. So I'm kind of depressed on that. But yeah, let's get the obvious ones out the way. So of course, I've been playing Overwatch, and I've also been playing Mass Effect 2 because I kind of wanted to get back into the lore of the Mass Effect games ahead of Mass Effect Andromeda, which is coming out in like 2 weeks. So yeah, I've been replaying that, and I'm like halfway through that now. That's a classic game right there.
Hell yeah!
Like, I always forget how good those games are, but they don't make games like that, anymore. Like that in depth with the story and everything. And I'm a bit worried about how Andromeda is going to turn out, but we'll talk about that later. And also, I've been playing Horizon. Now, I'm definitely not as far as Carlos and Tony. I know Tony has the platinum, so I'm definitely not that far. But, so far, I'm enjoying it. It's a really, really good game, really solid game. I kind of see it so far as like a mashup of different gameplay types. Like, I see a bit of Assassin's Creed in there, and obviously there's a lot of comparison with The Witcher and stuff, and also the Tomb Raider. There's like a lot of similarities with Tomb Raider and stuff with the crafting system, I think. And yeah, I'm kind of liking it like so far. The visual quality is very good. Story seems very in depth. I'm very early in, so like I don't know how it opens up, kind of thing. I don't know where it goes, but so far I do like the story elements. It's keeping me intrigued in the game. But yeah, I mean, I haven't got too much to say so far because I'm still so early in. But definitely a good game, one of the best on the PlayStation so far, I think, and
Hey Gary,
definitely worth a play. What's
have
up?
you gotten into the proving yet? The
The-
proving part in Horizon?
Is that when she has that test
Yeah.
thing? Yeah, I did the test part where she's got take down. I forget which dinosaur it is, but yeah.
Oh
I
no
did
no no.
that.
That's so it's a little bit after that, because that's where
Okay.
like it essentially tells you like, oh, this is what the story is gonna be. That's when you're like, oh shit.
Okay,
Yeah,
no,
man,
I'm
like,
not there
yo,
yet.
when the story opens up, Gary, you're gonna be very, very pleasantly surprised. Like you were just talking about Mass Effect, how that game has a great story. So does this too, man. Like I was stunned by like, damn, these guys went into like detail with this shit. Trust me, man, it's fucking
I got a
brilliant.
question that, like,
Yeah.
with the choices you get to make in the dialogue, like, do they matter? Like, does it
They matter.
Does it change a lot?
Not really, but they do matter for a trophy. So if you're interested in that, make sure, because there's like 3 options basically. Always pick the option that has the heart next to it. That's all I can say about that. It doesn't really affect the story. It's not like Mass Effect on that level where it alters the story completely. But it does affect one of the trophies. So just be aware of that.
So if you don't choose the option with the heart, you don't get the trophy.
Yeah, because you need a certain amount of allies by the end, and if you don't choose that option, some won't help you out.
Okay, all right, that's cool. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing more of this game. I just I need a lot more time to play everything. But so far so good on that game. And I also started Nier Automata. And
Oh,
I'm really loving that game so far. Like I just love the no nonsense straight action style of it, and like there's so many different gameplay variations in there